Well, all right, we got to see a bit more of Derrick Harmon, the first-round pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers, defensive tackle, and I figured why not break down some of his film. Let's just get into it. Let's start off with the play you see on your screen. You see it's going to be a double-team block with him, but then one of the Carolina players is going to get off that block and block somebody at the next level. That's the way this is supposed to work. When this play begins, the two players go to Harmon. I think he's doing a good job at really slowing the center down, right? The center can't really get to his spot as quickly as you'd want, which for Harmon, that's mission accomplished, really. If you can just slow down that center, sometimes that's all you need to do as someone who is getting double teamed on a play. However, once the center is able to fight through and get off that block, what kind of happened as well is due to just him slowing the center down a little bit, the guard now isn't really in perfect position to block Harmon. So now Harmon can try and reach over and, maybe even, get his hand on the running back. As you see, he does, and unfortunately, he kind of ended up, he wasn't able to fully make the tackle, and in a way, actually helped the running back out, kind of pulled him to the other side and allowed the running back to juke out all the other defenders. Unfortunate break there, but to me, I still look at that and say that's a pretty positive play, right? He's showing what he can do. Again, I'm less concerned about results in the preseason and more concerned about what can you do, and to me, those are positive things. You would have loved to see him make the tackle, though. I don't think that's totally unfair to say. This next one was another one where he kind of had a chance to make a tackle and then kind of didn't, where what's going to happen is it's going to be a one-on-one block this time. Right guard going to be blocking him. He's, on the other side of the field for this one. Right off the bat, nothing too fancy. He does do a good job at, I think both players do a pretty good job at, playing aggressive here in the run game. You do see that he's not getting pushed back too far, but really, he's just going to try and essentially, if the running back goes to either side of him, try and reach out and make a tackle. As you see, it looked like he was ready to do that, but then a different Panthers player kind of bumped into him, and he wasn't able to do much. He actually did make the tackle there, but wasn't able to make it right at the line. Had to kind of make the tackle after the contact, you know what I mean? So, still a good play, just kind of a bit of a wonky one, right? But I do think that, heading over to this one, I feel like I saw him do a good job at being aware of his surroundings, which is maybe an underrated aspect of being a defensive tackle. But right here, what's going to happen is, so you see where he is on the field. Once again, it's a one-on-one block against the right guard. When this play begins, so again, you see, again, what is his job on this play? If the running back goes to his right, go to the right. If the running back goes to his left, go to his left. Simple enough. If you could have an opportunity to make a tackle, then make a tackle. And he kind of realizes, I can just stay where I'm at and try and just get over, read where the running back is going, and try and make a tackle that way. And as you see, he does do that. He reaches out and is able to make that play. So that's a really good play by Harmon. And again, these are, kind of thankless plays. You don't notice it too much, but ultimately, these are really what can help you in the run defense game, which is, big part of what they brought him in to do. Also heading over here, we saw him show off his strength a bit. This isn't going to be a highlight reel level play or anything, but just showing what he can do a little bit. You see where he is on the field going up one-on-one against a tackle, actually, and watch what happens. Again, nothing crazy, but you do see him push that tackle a good ways back, before the play goes elsewhere. Again, just showing the physical traits, right? Caring less about the results in the preseason and more about the traits and him showing what he can do. This is good stuff. This next play was, quite frankly, a great one by Derrick Harmon. This is why you draft Derrick Harmon in the first round, is because he can do stuff like this. Going up one-on-one against the right guard. This is a passing play. 3rd and 4, so you kind of know it's a passing play. While technically it could be a rush here, you're pass rushing here and then adjusting to the run if that's what happens typically on something like this. Let's see what Harmon does. Right off the bat, you see him go for kind of this rip move towards the inside. What's interesting is I think there's actually supposed to be a stunt here. So you have the edge rusher. He's going to move around and try and go more towards the middle of the field. Because of that, when Harmon quickly gets past the past the guard, the tackle is there. So despite the great move, then you have another offensive lineman you have to worry about. Luckily, there's pressure on the other side, so it's not that big of a deal. But also, watch what Harmon does. You see, he's going to do a great job at driving that player back, and I am pausing it right here because soon after, he's going to get injured. So obviously, no need to show the that part of the play. I actually made a video talking about the injury earlier. If you really want to see it, you can check it out that way. But yeah, this is supposed to be just talking about what Harmon did well, and I thought he had a really good preseason performance. So I still wanted to touch on it, even if it ended obviously with a really unfortunate injury. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.